Watch me have to run back to the same place. I just fucking fast traveled for nothing, bro. Imagine. Imagine, bro. Imagine. Dude, imagine that. Imagine if that were the case. Imagine that were the fucking case where I'd have to run right back to where I was before. Just right down the hall from it, and I had to go talk where I needed to who I needed to talk to.
Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require. That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second in command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude.
Yeah.
I was also informed that you gave quite the presentation to the cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the Terrormorph data and beyond. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you have the tools you need. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct?
They're the repositories of all the banned data from the Colony War.
Someone paid attention in current events. So, then you also know that it was originally managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Faroon.
Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Faroon to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
You'd think they'd be clamoring to help after the spaceport attack. No problem. I'm just gonna need some electrodes, a tooth extractor, some sodium pentothal. No problem. I'm gonna do this one.
Very funny. This is going to be hard enough already. Both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance.
Oh, I
And
didn't
I
click.
do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Faroon?
Tell me about Ambassador Radcliffe of the Freestar Collective.
The good Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable. Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her.
Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support.
And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.
All right, tell me about these other tools. I think you're underestimating how delightful I am.
Huh. Well, if that's the case, I'll wait to be pleasantly surprised. But we do have one item up our sleeve. UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage.
But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen.
Now, we recovered some intel we believe should be able to help with that. But there's also a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for information. Maybe even convince to work with you.
That's all the info I need.
All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise.
And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there.
Tell me about Ambassador Balmore of House Varun.
Ambassador Balmore's a challenge. When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here. He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
I'm sure you can be reasoned with House Varun are people just like us.
Of course. But there is another wrinkle. We're not 100% sure Balmore's actually still alive. His public appearances were always rare. But it's been several years now since he last poked his head out.
Okay.
Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting. Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice.
I'll track him down.
I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should...
Oh, shit.
Here. This device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you.
Okay.
And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there. Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind. Be smart out there, Captain.
What the fuck is going on right now?
You are a visitor? You'll find the ambassador in her office.
I wasn't waiting for him to talk. Tell me what the fuck she's at. I can see where she's at.
Terrormorphs? As in more than one? All that security and they still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint. I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Excuse me. Are you supposed to be in here? I'm sorry. Do you have an appointment?
You seem like a lady who wants to stop more Terrormorph attacks. Well, have I got a deal for you?
What are you? Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were at the spaceport. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many lives.
Your lips are huge.
Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, that now the UC wants Terrormorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy. In order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf. Tell me I've got that right.
Dude, you need to help us, otherwise any more deaths are on your hands. This one's so funny to me, bro.
Excuse me. A less level-headed person might think that was a threat, Captain. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit wasting my time and yours, and go?
Persuade, please, an ambassadors. This isn't what I have to
We're
say.
really gonna push this? All right, I will give you one chance. One to convince me. Understood.
Thank you, Ambassador.
I'm listening.
Holy shit, 3.
I think we can work something out.
Now I only need 3. You were a soldier, it was your job to protect, and that's what we need to do with
I
this data.
suppose you're right. Our job and our responsibility.
How many lives are you willing to risk because you have a grudge against the UC?
It's possible.
Boom,
I'm
baby!
letting my history cloud my judgment.
Boom! We got that shit, bro.
Well, Captain, you make some good points.
Just took 4,000 or
But if I'm
5,000
really
credits.
granting you access, I'm gonna need the following concessions. Your access will be limited. You can only take out the items related to stopping these Terrormorphs. The monitors will make sure of it. You go in once. You get everything you need on your trip, and never again.
Understood.
And all research done with the data will be monitored. If this data is being used to save the galaxy needs to be involved in the oversight. Freestar scientists will watch your people like hawks. So, do we have an agreement?
Agreed.
Excellent. Follow me.
Oh, god damn.
They tell me it should only take a moment. And there. Here, I'll reach out to Deputy McIntyre. We'll coordinate this so we'll- Two unlikely allies, I guess. People often mistake rivals for enemies. We don't have to lack.
Oh my god. God damn.
I need to find a store with good watercolors. I like the way they bleed on the canvas.
You're a weirdo. If I was hunting vampires, I would think you were a vampire. And I would kill you. I guess in a way that's just as weird as what she said. Something was dead. The fuck? These guys are being killed by Terrormorphs, bro. What the fuck? Dude, I'm not trying to take this stupid shit. I'm almost out of shit, bro. This doesn't do shit. I was hoping it would kill them. Oh. definitely Terrormorphs, bro, and I'm fucked because... I figured I was gonna have to go down here. Oh, what the fuck? I made reload, you bitch.
So, what seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss.
That's a weirdo. Do you have any fucking health packs or ammo? I'm gonna kill them with your fucking darts. Oh, I just clicked off. Oh yeah, that's dope. I like this. Oh yeah, I like this. So became overweighted, but it is what it is.
Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence. I suspect the Venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Eh? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge and then... silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly?
Is it poisonous?
Harmless spores, you have my word, but hard to navigate. Hence why I was guiding you through the intercoms to restore the environmental controls. And release me. It is the sap of the tree that gives it its... well, perhaps not a topic for this exact moment. But I must know of the rest of the city. Does it still stand?
Spaceport is in rough shape, but nothing else was there.
Is that right, huh? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later. Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you here at such an opportune moment. You were sent by the UC. That much is obvious. Who else could just waltz through my door, hmm? And the broadcast spoke of Terrormorphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some enthused cheerleading and... an archive code. So the UC requires information, then. On Terrormorphs, presumably, Do I see this all clearly?
Smart man. Correct. We're going to use the data in the archives to better understand and stop these attacks.
The preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. Using its data to prevent more attacks, there is logic there.
Yes, sir.
But if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement.
What is it?
For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hopes of shedding that legacy. With little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more than just carnage. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends.
Yep.
Oh, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them.
Yeah, my word, I'll make sure it's used for good. I don't want to use it for
then.
that anyway.
I shall not fear. Please, follow me. Let's hope it still works. Let it be used for good.
Yes, sir. Oh, weird old man. Kind of cute. That's kind of what we have now, I guess. Well, it's got a videotape, like a VCR tape, which is kind of weird. We could at least have like a CD or something, you know? Like, I understand you're old, but fuck, you're like 200 years in the future almost, I think. Maybe further. I don't know. I don't even know what fucking year it is. Enemies. Fuck. And don't fucking clone me after I'm done with this, dude. You do too good of a fucking job, dude, and they'll always be asking you for more, bro. What's the Greg button, bro? I'm so full, bro.
Captain, you're back sooner than... wait. Did you actually succeed? With Radcliffe? And Balmore?
Y'all...
We're all in agreement.
Code pieces from House Varun and the Freestar collected and ready to be
So the
deployed.
old man was still lurking around in there. Fine work, Captain. And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the codes. Follow them to the letter. Here, the UC code piece and an archival access card. The entrance is just on the other side of the plaza across from Mast. Absolute best behavior down there, all right?
Yes, what?
Wasn't even close to her. Women. NPCs in general, in real life too, bro.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work.
Yeah, I'm sure he does after I kill those fucking Terrormorphs. What more work could you need? Okay.
Welcome, Captain, to the archives. To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units. Once you've collected your data, return to the entrance. You may insert the first of the archival codes when you're ready to begin.
This is sick, dude. What a bit of info here. I'm sure the clone information's in those too. I'm sure.
What? Oh.
There you are.
Captain, Deputy told me what went down. Impressive work.
Yes, ma'am.
Captain, if you'd be willing to transfer the documents to the Major, she and I have been discussing what comes next.
Okay.
Time for us to start getting some real answers. And figure out if we've been asking the right questions. So whenever you're ready. All right.
Can I read it? I just want to see if I can read it. Like, that's the only reason why I said that. Oh, okay. No. The answer is no.
Time for us to start getting some real. So whenever you're ready.
Major, you may take possession of the Terrormorph data.
Acknowledged and accepted, Captain.
Okay, we're doing this.
So with the data out of the way, we've been discussing where exactly this work's getting done. The Red Devil's headquarters on Mars, back where you found Percival, seemed the natural spot. Already has the equipment, the safety measures.
Though it sounded like the deputy had a few more things she needed to discuss with you first.
Indeed. The most important of which is getting you your citizenship.
Then I guess we'll see you on Mars.
Captain, if you'll follow me.
Oh, shit. It only took $4,000 and me killing some robots. Oh, and some Terrormorphs. I did have to kill some Terrormorphs for the UC to agree. So some Terrormorphs, 4,000 credits, and fighting some robots. It's not too bad. Now I'll put some keys in a slot. Grab some data and ran back. Not that bad. Not that bad. What is this? Oh, is this my... What? Am I supposed to talk to you?
All right, Captain. Are you ready to become a citizen of the United Colonies?
Oh. I'm ready. I thought this was like my
Good.
space and like my house and
This
stuff.
isn't the only item we need to discuss.
I was about to be
so
impressed.
I'll give you the short version. Please raise your hand.
No, I gotta do.
Captain, through your actions today and in days past, you have earned your place among the United Colonies.
Yeah, I'm kind of a
Through
badass.
service, bravery, strength, and upholding of the mutual good. Will you carry and cultivate these values for as long as you remain a citizen?
I will.
Then, Captain, I'm pleased to welcome you into the United Colonies as a full citizen. Here, your official ID and your citizenship dispensation.
Thank
We've
you.
also let the Aphelion Realty office out in the plaza know you're approved to purchase
Oh,
property.
am I done with this?
Now, the other item we needed to discuss. There's a member of the UC who's asked to speak to you, but this person is in a sensitive position. Normally, we wouldn't even consider something like this, but we think this person has information that could prove useful in dealing with the Terrormorphs. And they've stated they'll only share it with you. They asked for you by name. So I need your agreement that everything you're about to see is kept in the strictest confidence. You can tell no one.
Oh, fuck.
Can you agree to these terms?
What is this, bro? I'll take it to my grave.
Let's hope it never comes to that. Head to the elevator. You're going to subsection 7. I'll make sure you're cleared for access by the time you get there.
Fuck. That's not what I wanted. This is so weird. I don't know. I'm so curious what this is.
Logging authorized entry. Unsealing access. You may proceed down the corridor.
I can't aim at him. It's a woman.
Welcome, Captain. Please, come down and approach the intercom. You and I should chat.
He looks familiar. Who is this?
President Abeyo was kind enough to give me a few files to peruse. Quite the series of accomplishments you've managed.
This is the
But now
father
you face a
or
foe
whatever, the
unlike
brother,
any other.
the clone.
An invisible enemy lurking in the shadows. You're going to need all the help you can get, which is why I hoped we could speak. Do you know who I am?
The guy who couldn't afford a place with a view, clearly.
No, I suppose not. I'm Francois
Yeah,
Fanon,
I know who you are.
but most know me as Victus. I was an admiral during the Colony War. One of its great villains, if you believe the slates. I was to be executed for my crimes, but the previous regime deemed me too valuable to simply discard. So they put me here, a sacrifice on the altar of peace. Even my death served the colonies.
Definitely one of the chattier ghosts I've met, except for about what you actually want.
I want to help you, and my progeny Hadrian, prevent more attacks. Though I am curious, has she shared with you the nature of our little family?
That's fucked up. She told me she's your clone, yes.
Did she? So willing to trust Hadrian. I never did succeed in driving that out of her. Our relationship has always been a challenging one. The Major was born to become a great leader.
I'm not a good guy, but I'm not a bad guy.
Established, and was given all the finest training to support it. And she excelled. But the universe cut all that short. Now, though, it's placed even more crucial work in front of the two of you. And I think I have a part to play in helping you accomplish what you've set out to do.
Is that so? Not every day I get the chance to work with a man living in a fish tank. Keep talking.
After some long years earning the trust of this current regime, the UC has been permitting me to work alongside one of their recovery teams, helping them gather intelligence on, locate, and organize scenarios to lure in some of the criminals that evaded justice after the Colony War. With quite a few successes, I might add. But in the process, I managed to find something else. The names and locations of Hadrian and Percival's old research team. Valuable manpower for the effort you're about to embark on. I'll tell you where they are, but in exchange, I need something dealt with.
Go on.
There is a former colleague of mine, a man by the name of Dr. Reginald Orlaise. Like myself and Hadrian, he was involved in some of the United Colony's more problematic lines of research. Mech weapons were his specialty. If it dealt death, he could make a deal more. When the Colony War ended, he fled, refusing to face tribunal, and has continued to peddle his skills to the highest bidder to this day. But I finally found him. I want you to track him down and deal with him, however you're able. I'm not expecting he'll come quietly. Bring me evidence that the job's done, and I'll tell you what I know.
How about I arrest him and turn him over to the UC?
You can certainly try, but the man's been out there 20 years. He's likely gone feral by now. Easier for all if you simply blow up his ship and be done with it.
Consider him dust.
Good. According to my information, he's been hiding around the world of Etheria. Wolf system. There's a star station in the vicinity. The Den. The head of the local
I know they
vanguard,
did.
one Captain Marquez, should be able to help you find our man.
Identity verified. You may proceed to the exit.
Captain, did your meeting go well? I hope it's clear now why we needed you to agree to all the secrecy.
Mm-hmm. I don't see what the big deal is. Some old guy living in your basement. I could do that.
Exactly. Just another prisoner. Nothing you'd ever even think of bringing up in conversation. With anyone. Ever. We understand each other?
Why hasn't Hadrian been told about
The
this?
Major doesn't have clearance for this sort of information. And she certainly doesn't need a distraction from her current, very important work. Which is why I need you to keep this to yourself.
I'll keep it to
Good.
myself.
Because bringing this up to the outside world would create the unfair appearance, Captain, that you're unhinged. And that's not a good look for any of us. Now, was there something in particular you needed to discuss about what we were just discussing?
I'm gonna be a hitman. First target, Reginald Orlace.
We're not big on extrajudicial killings. But bringing Orlace to justice? That man's been on the run for a long time. Catching him would be a major success for the UC.
What's being offered in return?
Location of Hadrian's old research team members.
Really? He found the members of the research team. We'd already initiated a search for them, but it'd save a lot of time and manpower if he just gave us that information. Captain, if that's the deal, you have my endorsement. Just so long as you make every effort to bring the man in alive. Now, was there anything else you wanted to discuss regarding your meeting?
Didn't have anything else.
Then I'll bid you good day, Captain. And remind you of the importance of discretion.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, indeed. Hello indeed, good sir. It is quite nice to meet... I don't know what the accent's turning into. I'm done. I need to update my ship. I wonder if I can get one of those really good ships.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade Authority is always buying. Here. Right here for you. Anything I can help you with?
Their owners for decorating their ships with heat bleach nets.
Okay, no problem.
Touch.
I'm sure you can find something.
163. $72. 252.